Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. We haven't played with our friend Nightwing in a bit. Basically, we're very close to being able to be a level 30 with this character. Just a reminder, it's a tech heroes. We've reached level 29, although we have quite a way to go to be able to be level 30. So our next mission will be to help our friend Fire over here. So we have to meet Fire in the East End Police Station. I'm not sure if this is going to be the last mission on our mission quest, or if we're gonna have one more mission after that. But basically, the main goal with this character is to be able to complete the main mission quest, and then maybe take a quick look at the early level 30 missions in the House of Legends. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So let us talk to our friend Fire.
You know about the Omac virus? It infects regular people and turns them into cyborgs. Cyborgs who want to kill anyone with superpowers or skills. Anyone. Superman, Batman, me, you, all of us. We have to stop the Omacs before they spread.
So in case it wasn't clear, we're going to be fighting a whole bunch of Omacs today. So the first mission is called the I Spy. So let's go to Gotham. There's quite a few side missions we didn't play with this character. I don't think we're going to need to play those to be able to reach level 30. Also, I'm curious to see with all the new changes how it will influence creating new characters in the game. So I'm a bit in a hurry, I guess, to be able to finish playing with our friend Nightwing and to create a new character so that we can try out the new system with a fresh new character. I haven't decided just yet which character it will be. There's some of you guys who would like me to play with a Kid Flash character. Some of you guys also suggested Reverse Flash, and a couple I forget. Oh, wrong. So I'm going to make a new walkthrough once I'm done with Nightwing, which should be soon enough. I love flying around. I find it very relaxing somehow. Probably one of the reasons why I like playing DCUO. Sometimes I'll just fly around and look at the cityscape and all that good stuff. It really reminds me I should probably make a video like top 10 reasons why I still play DCUO after 10 years.
The Omac virus is a deadly threat, but there is more. The virus was unleashed by my own creation, the Brother MKI satellite. Now rogue, it calls itself Brother Eye. I believed it to be deactivated and destroyed. I must find why and how it has sprung to life. For now, I need you to destroy its spy drones and help any citizens it may be targeting.
So before we get started, let's pick up the side quest here.
The moment we heard Brother Eye's drones were scanning the populace for superpowers.
You don't have to play the side quest, but there's no reason not to. Usually they'll give you at least the source mark and some other goodies.
The All-Father in the sky, heart of the Omacs, a satellite with almost unlimited payload and communication capabilities.
So let's go around. There they are. So we have to get those little drones like this one. Let's get rid of the little guy. I'm still using the Nightwing weapons. I could use the Batarangs, but I prefer to use the Nightwing weapons with this character.
Now initiating defense sequences. Superhuman engaged.
It doesn't matter if we picked up the drone. We're still going to need 10 processors.
Now initiating defense sequences. High-level superhuman engaged.
So as you saw, we're competing a little bit with someone else for the objectives. We do still share some of the objectives, but there's some objectives that sometimes we do not share. I'm not sure about the distinction. Why is it that sometimes we do share the objectives, sometimes we don't? It is how it is. What can you do?
High-level superhuman engaged.
Early on, I think the devs were trying to encourage competition between players, even players of the same faction. But it's a mixed bag. Competition can be good until it's not. Sometimes some people are so focused on competing with each other that they lose focus on what's important.
Now initiating defense sequences.
So much so that I've seen players who sometimes we play mission, everything goes fine, we complete the objectives fine, and but someone gets let's say unhappy because they're not top DPS, and they sometimes will go as far as to try to sabotage the mission. So competing is fine, but when it becomes to the point where it's a detriment to the team, because one thing people don't understand is that DCO it's a team effort. Either the team wins or the team loses. It's that simple. And I guess that's where we can see a lot of people who never really played a team sport, or if they did, they were terrible team players. Is that in a team, it doesn't matter if one guy scores a 12 goal and the team lose 13 to 12. Doesn't matter if you scored 12 goals. You still get the 0 point for losing the game. So you have to learn at some point that what is important is not scoring 12 goals. It's winning the game. And if to win the game you have to score 10 goals instead of 12 for whatever reason, then that's what you do. But some people are so focused on their own personal results that they pretty much end up hurting the team. Not sure why this one is stuck underground.
Superhuman engaged.
I need your help.
So early on, the devs I've been trying to we're trying to encourage competition.
But he also destroyed it when it went crazy and decided every superhuman needed to die. For it to somehow reactivate itself is a very bad sign.
But sadly, with the DCO player base, I don't think it was a good idea.
This is Batman. The Omacs are attacking heroes and villains gathered at Night's Dome. Don't worry about the villains for now. We'll need every last hand. The Omacs are armed with superpowers of their own, and they will quickly adapt to your attacks. Just remember, there are people inside those shells that we may be able to save. Good luck.
Here we have a Superman who's using the House of Vox emblem. It's not the best option, but it's a compromise for people who want to create their friend Superman, and sadly we do not have access to the Superman emblem.
I hope the heroes kick your ass. Back off.
And one thing that I always find a bit puzzling, there's people who seem to think that Superman is not a popular character.
Omacs are created using a direct injection.
I think with the mostly comic fans, they seem to think that Superman is not popular because he's not selling as many comics as Batman. Or even with the movies, like the Batman movies did really well, and the Superman movies not as well. Although it has a lot to do with the quality of Superman movies we had, as opposed to Superman himself. But Superman is really popular, and I see it all the time. Well, when you guys ask when we will get a new Superman emblem, you guys would not be asking that if you do not care about Superman. Uh, what the devs or even the comic creators seems to forget is that Superman is an iconic, and he's iconic worldwide. And sadly, the reason why the comics or the movies are not doing as well as they should might have more to do with the quality of said comics or said movies than the fact that Superman is popular or not. And we see it pretty much every day in DCUO. There's a lot of you guys who want to be able to create Superman, and sadly, it can be a bit challenging sometimes. One thing that some of you guys have been asking is for some proper Superman powers or Kryptonian powers or super strength powers. I should probably make a video about that. There we go. I'm not sure I understand because like the one of the heroine, she wasn't down and I was able to click on her. Like that one here went down for no reason. Tomorrow, Max, and we'll be able to move on to the next stage of the mission. Oh, let's support front here. Oh, we need 5 more Omacs. If we could get a green flame aura to be able to look. Actually, even fire doesn't have green flame aura. I'm surprised by that. If we could get a green scorching aura, I'm pretty sure it would be pretty popular with a lot of players. So this should be our last one. There we go. Let's get out of here, and we'll complete our mission after. The way the character can climb walls looks so much like a Spider-Man type character.
If even the villains are out there taking out the Omacs, you know the situation has to be bad.
We're going to get an upgrade in our weapon. That's nice.
Only an electromagnetic pulse can drive the Omac nanovirus out of its human host. I've had EMPs airdropped into the area. Activate those against the Omacs, then mark the survivors for quarantine. They'll need time and help to recover from Brother Eye's attack.
And there should be a side quest. Oh, there it is.
Please, help me out. Dropping these EMPs was my first job for Wayne Tech, and I forgot to set the shield protection for them. Ah!
Threshold critical.
Let's click before it's too late. Evil Omax. So that's the EMP was talking about. So let's try to activate it. Although there's no Omac around. Too bad.
Omac Directive 1. Monitor and curtail metahuman. Omac Directive 2. Ensure continued existence of Brother Eyes.
They turned me into a cyborg.
Omac is not a cyborg. He's a one-man army corps. Those civilians. Although I guess the new version that we got for Infinite Crisis might qualify as a cyborg. But not really. Although I think in the Omac miniseries they changed what Omac meant. Like originally it was a one-man army corps. It was Buddy Banks who could turn into Omac. But then with
I have no control over myself.
Infinite
It's all a
Crisis,
blank.
they kind of changed that. Been a while since I read Infinite Crisis though, so I guess I should reread it soon. And then of course Omac was reinvented with the new 52.
Thanks for freeing me from that thing.
But that was a while as well, so I kind of forget. I remember he had the command where he would transform by saying Omactivate. Love that. It was one of the fun series of the new 52. Sadly, it was cancelled after 6 or 8 issues, I forget. Which was to be expected. I didn't expect that series to last for very long.
I had no control over myself. It's all a
I could have
blank.
sworn there was another one.
Thanks for freeing me.
I guess part of the reason why I enjoyed the Omac series from the new 52 is what it was pretty much a blue version of the Hulk, and at the time where it was drawn by Herb Trimpe.
Thanks for freeing me from that thing.
I had the opportunity to meet Herb Trimpe when he came at Comic-Con a couple of times. Ironically enough, I had more of a chat with his wife than with him, but she was a really nice lady.
I had no control over myself.
So let's complete our mission.
I'm sending Gotham PD a connection to the survivors' locations. Wayne Tech may have something to aid the recovery process as well.
The shoulders were good for the style.
We have no choice. We must take out Brother Eye. From an old data link to the satellite, it seems that part of it's hidden in Gotham's sewers, using the tunnels to send Omacs out into the city. It's resisting all my efforts to shut it down. You'll need to go in and use multiple EMPs to break its enhanced shielding.
You've heard Batman, we have no choice. And normally there is a side quest at the start of the mission. We should still be here. Oh yeah.
Fire is inside, waiting for you with a device to convert the internal junction boxes into makeshift EMPs.
So in case you didn't get it, this little guy here wants us to fight an evil crocodile in the sewers. Let's talk to Fire.
How nice to see you again. Try not to die on me, and I'll do the same for you. Here's Batman's device. Use it on the junction boxes to give the Omacs a shock. Need a moment? Tell me when you're ready to go.
Definitely they should upgrade Fire with a green scorching aura. Maybe someday.
Let's go! I'll take the lead and show them some real fireworks.
Ah, she wants to show them fireworks. She's so nice.
Hurry! Use the EMP at the end of the corridor.
Took a few seconds for the EMP to appear, but there's no point really in fighting those Omacs. You just rush to the end and activate the EMP, and that should do it.
Bastante! The Omacs are blocking all my attacks. They're too strong. I have to turn back.
And eons ago, oh, he actually does give some loot. Ooh, decisions. Now let's go for the sacred weapon. That's a nice upgrade. Eons ago, this was like a bonus Omac that we could defeat, and it would give us like one source mark, or I don't think what source marks were back when. Probably when Mark of Triumph or something like that. Before we continue, oh, there's still one more.
Data
Oh, there it is.
101. Lord Maxwell, ally of and advocate for the Omac project, and brother I, deceased.
So before we continue, there's a side quest we got at the entrance. It's basically the quest over here. We have to fight evil mutant alligator. That was strange. And it gave us a necklace and a source mark. Well, let's see if maybe we can use a necklace. Oh yeah. Not a big upgrade, but any upgrade is nice to have.
Shielding is interfering with my communications. I won't be able to contact you much longer. But be aware. Brother Eye's drones are scouting the area. Analyze their patterns and you may be able to get past without activating them.
We can sneak past them and activate this here. Not sure what's the point, because they don't disappear, they remain there.
Why do you resist?
Although they don't have as much life, or so it seems. So that might be the point. Oh, we have a chesty chest over there. And we'll go and pick it up after.
EMP disable sequence activated. Initializing weakness detection.
Almost there, still on target. Well, let's activate the little machine here. And in case this is your first video, there's a whole bunch of treasure boxes like this one that spread throughout various missions. So whenever you see those boxes, break them open. Sometimes they'll give you something you might actually use. We got a pair of shoulders. Let's see if we can actually use those. But at the very least, there's a feed for destroying 5, 10, 100, thousands of those. So destroying 1,000 is the top feat. I still see one Omac here. Oh, there he is. There you go, evil drone.
I have you now.
Oh no, it's a trap. Ah.
Shred protocol.
I guess there's some combos that are worth that are more worth to use than others.
Data 1226. Blank. Buddy. One of the creators of the
Evaluating the threat. Damage potential. Intruder has not been eliminated. You have entered the presence of Brother I. Leave now, or security measures will be initiated.
So here, if you run all over the place, you're going to trigger a whole bunch of Omac. So you have to go near the console, but don't activate it just yet, because as soon as you get near it, there's a whole bunch of drones that will appear. And when you activate the console, there's even more, not drones, but there's some Omacs also that will appear. So trigger the first bunch of ads, get rid of them. And once you're done with the drones, then you can activate the panel, which will trigger even more enemies. If you saw the last live stream, you probably noticed, like, in the Batcave mission we played, players would just run ahead, and it would trigger a whole bunch of enemies. And then it would keep on running ahead and triggering even more enemies. So we ended up a few times where we were fighting way more enemies than we should have. So if you want to make sure to avoid that, defeat the first wave of enemies before you trigger any more enemies. Otherwise you end up with a lot of enemies, let's say. Depending on the power you use, if you're using a fire tank, you probably can trigger all the enemies in the room and be fine. But there are some powers where it might not be a good idea to trigger all the enemies. We can see you have the new healing barrels. So this is another example. Like, as soon as you get close to the panel, it does trigger a bunch of drones. And there's also the evil Brother I in the middle who's attacking us. So once you finish the drones, then you can trigger some more enemies.
Phase 2 defenses initiated. Command. Live charge complete.
And it should also activate the floor. Let's see if we can try to avoid. Oh yeah. So there's those red thingies on the floor that ideally you want to avoid. Let me show you what happens. If you step on them, this is what happens. You get electrified and you get thrown in the air. So ideally, you want to avoid that. So in order to be able to avoid that, you have this little console here. And there's another one over here. Evil camera. So again here we triggered some evil drones. Let's take care of them before we can get rid of the floor. Once we activate the last console... Oh, there's actually another one there. Oh, that was close. I'm a bit surprised. I didn't remember them being affected by the floor, but apparently they are. Just trying to see if I'm not forgetting something else. Let's pick up the investigation first, because why not?
Data 1024. Batman, the authorized creation of the Brother Eye project out of concern that he could not adequately control the meta-powered members of the superhero community.
And there's quite a few healing barrels over here, so don't hesitate to use them if you need to. So this should trigger the final boss.
Personal defense is ready. Deploying drones.
Brother Eye data rerouted. Eliminating data bleed. Engaging synapses. Loading new combat file. Frost subsystem online.
So if you need to, you can go pick up another barrel. Ah, messed up my combo.
Fission mass. Loading new combat file. Fusion system online.
Almost there. Still on target.
Uploading Brother Eye to remote location. Have a nice day.
Oh, let's skip the animation. Let's see. Let's go for the boots. I hope I didn't forget anything. This is a good place to try to get ahead with your healing barrels. There's a feat to destroy 1,000 healing barrels. So there's a few missions where you'll have a handful of those healing barrels. It's a good place to be able to try to catch up to that feat. So we're pretty much done here. So let's get out of here. And we don't need to talk to our friend here anymore. Once we complete the mission, that's it for him. And we probably need to go complete the mission in our journal. Let's take a look. Oh yeah.
With Brother Eye out of commission, we can take out the remaining Omacs and stop the spread of their virus. Funny, the Omac virus was actually derived from a different future brainiac. I wonder... No, I can't think about it. It would really be the end.
I think she made a subtle reference to Future End, where the Omac and Brother Eye pretty much take over. And then they have to send Batman Beyond back in time. They had to send him like 15 years in the past, but they somehow sent him only 5 years in the past, something like that, which kind of messed up their plans to try to prevent Brother Eye from taking over. Wasn't a very good crossover though, but they did bring Batman Beyond into the main DC universe, which is probably why we were able to get the Batman Beyond style in this universe online. Basically, DCUO has access to anything that has to do with the comics. Originally, they did not really have access to Batman Beyond because Batman Beyond was a TV property. But by bringing Batman Beyond in the comics, they were able to give us the Batman Beyond style in the game. So let's talk to our friend Fire.
It's the hero who blinded Brother Eye. I'm glad you survived. And so will others now, thanks to you.
So let's go complete our mission. So yeah, we're probably going to get one more mission.
Spectre has gone mad and is raising spirits of the angry dead in Midtown. You must speak to Dr. Fate immediately. He's waiting for you at the Midtown Metropolis Police Station.
So let's go to Midtown. So this should be our last mission. Let's go pick up our mail before we forget. This should be our last mission before we reach level 30. Although we might already be level 30 if we had played all the side quests we had available to us. Maybe next time. Let's take a quick look at those. Normally I should wait to be level 30 to open those boots, but let's open them right now. So this is the nuclear style, which sadly took me forever to complete, as you saw recently. Well, we might as well sell a few things.
Need any merchandise to help with your everyday battle for freedom, truth, and justice?
So for the Mega Capsule, I don't destroy them. I've seen people were very proud to say that they destroy those Mega Capsule. Just sell them on the vendor. It's a quick 175 bucks. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it's better than... Oh, let's buy back the backpack. Didn't realize we had a better backpack. Well, let's see if we
Need
can
any
sell.
merchandise to help with your everyday battle for freedom, truth, and justice?
So next time we will talk to our friend Dr. Fate, and we'll go play. We'll go either help or fight or both the Spectre. See you next time.